You're listening to the Wrestleview Radio Network.
Adam Martin here of Wrestleview.com at the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame Museum in Waterloo, Iowa. And joining me now is a guy who's been going to the Hall of Fame not once but twice this year, Mr. Hacksaw, Jim Duggan. Very good to sit here and talk to you. This has got to be fun for you to come out here to Iowa.
Oh, it certainly is. This is my first time here at the museum. And, of course, it's great to come out here and be recognized for the Frank Gotch Award. And, of course, it's a lot of fun to see guys like Briscoe and Funk and Danny Hodge and everybody out here. So it's not only a great honor, but it's also a lot of fun.
I was talking to Kyle Klingman and Ken Sesker of the museum, and they said that this is probably one of the last times you're going to get this many legends under one roof because, you know, with scheduling and so much going on in people's lives. I mean, this is very rare. You get yourself, Jim Ross, Gerald Briscoe, Danny Hodge, just Terry Funk, everybody in one roof. This has to be one of those moments where it's not only fun for you to, you know, interact with the fans, but, you know, see some people that you haven't seen in a while.
Like I said, there's a lot of stories last night at the hotel going on, you know, because like you said, not very seldom do we all get a chance to get together. Everybody's going their different ways. And so, like I said, not only special to get the award, but it's special to have a chance to talk to everybody.
Absolutely. And like I said, this is your second time kind of being involved in a Hall of Fame, obviously being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame earlier this year. What was that like to be a part of that WrestleMania weekend and get that induction and what many people see as kind of very, very prestigious?
Yes, well, it's nice to be recognized by the WWE, of course. You know, I spent a lot of time with them, and to be back around the show again, it's really exciting. When you're with the WWE, I think you don't really realize what's involved with it. You know, coming to the show for WrestleMania 27 and just seeing all the 18-wheelers out back, all the limousines, all the private buses, and you just kind of realize how big and powerful it is. You know, like I was joking earlier, I always bust the NFL guys. I'm like, world champions? You guys been to Japan, Australia? You know, it's crazy. And we had, over 40 different people representing 40 different countries at WrestleMania. It's unbelievable, the scope and power of the WWE.
And you're getting if I believe, the Frank Gotch Award today.
Correct.
Right now we're in the epicenter kind of the Hall of Fame. Later tonight there's a banquet. Talk a little bit about that honor to be given the Frank Gotch Award tonight.
Well, it's something that really kind of caught me off guard. I've been involved in charity work pretty much my whole adult life. Here in Iowa, of course, one of my major ones is the Variety Club Telethon. This will be my 11th year with them, and we raised over $40 million in the time I've been with them. I work with Special Olympics, Make-A-Wish Foundation. Actually, my family and myself serve veterans of foreign wars over the Christmas holidays. I think my upbringing, my mom and dad, God bless them, kind of gave me a sense of community, a sense of family. And with two healthy children of my own, it's just kind of nice to give back. And it's just a huge surprise to be recognized for stuff like that, and makes me very proud.
You talk about this being your first time here at the Hall of Fame in Iowa. There's so much rich history. I mean, of course, we have the Hall of Fame here. Just a couple blocks away is the birthplace of the National Wrestling Alliance. Obviously, you have the amateur wrestling also heavily involved in this museum. I've been asking this question to everybody who maybe has never been here or maybe it's your first time. What was it like when you first stepped in the doors? It's kind of like the mecca for wrestling fans and people involved in the business.
It certainly is. And, of course, I had a little bit of an amateur background. I was a New York State wrestling champion in high school at the unlimited weight class. And I was lucky enough to be recruited by Iowa State and Chris Taylor to wrestle in college. But, of course, I played football. But to come in here and first, you're just overwhelmed with all the amateur stuff that they have here. But then they walk in, after 32 years of professional wrestling, to walk in the professional wrestling wing was really something special. I mean, to see, Strangler Lewis and guys like that, it was really great, yeah.
And, you mentioned earlier, too, last night you took part in an indie show for the Impact Pro Wrestling. I think that's great that you're still out there having some fun in the ring. Yeah. How long do you see yourself doing that, of taking smaller, indie bookings, but still, getting in the ring and staying physically active?
Well, I like to do it as long as I can physically do it.
Sure.
I mean, I still feel good. I was blessed. I was diagnosed with kidney cancer about almost 12 years ago now. And the grace of God and early detection saved my life. And not only was I able to survive it, but I was able to go back to the profession that I love. And I still love it. I mean, if you were at the show last night, I enjoyed performing in front of people. if it's 20,000 people or 300 people, it makes no difference. I have a lot of fun out there. And, of course, at these independent shows, it gives you an opportunity to meet the fans. The people come up, they get autographs, take some pictures.
Sure.
And not only do they get a chance to meet you, but you have a chance to meet them and say, hey, thank you for all the support over 32 years.
Absolutely. And, one of those things about this Hall of Fame that I wanted to mention, too, for people who have never been here is that, you can walk around this place, and after an hour, you're still not even through about 50% of it.
Right.
And the wrestling wing, obviously, that's the one I'm going to gravitate to the most. And to see the ring in the middle there, and like you said, all the jackets and the merchandise, it just kind of has to give you that overwhelming feeling of history. And it's just
headlock machine with a spring in it to learn the headlocks.
Absolutely.
I mean, some great stuff in there, and stuff that to have all together in one area.
Absolutely.
I mean, for the wrestling fan, this is the place to come.
Absolutely. So Hacksaw Jim Duggan going not once but twice into the Hall of Fame in 1 year. That's got to be a record, I have to say. Going to all these Hall of Fames this year. So thank you very much, sir. I know you got a lot going on. Thank you for taking a little bit of time to talk to us here on Wrestleview.com, and enjoy the banquet, enjoy the awards you get later tonight, and it's a pleasure to speak to you, sir.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate Wrestling View taking the time to talk to me. But you know what we got to do before we go, brother? Let's do it, baby.
Right.
Here we go. Ho! Nothing like it, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.